What's up, everybody? Welcome back to What the Football. It's been a rather frustrating weekend for us in the Premier League. I'm still a bit frustrated with the Tottenham game. Judah's recovering from the Aston Villa game.
Wow,
So
sad, just sad.
we're going to talk about some of those things. And also, we're not alone today. We have a Burnley fan joining us on the podcast. So we'll get to hear from him what he has to say about their season so far and how they're doing. So stick around. It's going to be a good show. Judah,
Yes, boss.
you doing okay?
I don't know. I don't know. So the last episode, I said with the way Chelsea are playing, we won't get to the UCL anytime soon, and then they lose at home to Villa. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. Sad times, really sad times. I think there's a crisis going on, but we're
Yeah.
good. That's all right. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Hey, let's go back a little bit. Champions League.
Oh yeah,
The Champions League kicked off.
Yeah. So match day 1, we're back. Good stuff. PSG won. Okay, quickly on PSG though. I made a mistake last episode.
Okay.
I said their game was against Lens. It was actually OGC Nice. But I was correct with Murphy. So Tyron Murphy still had a good game.
Okay.
And when I was speaking about Mbappe and having the captain armband, that didn't mean he's PSG's first captain. He's just still
Okay.
among the captain or the leadership team. I think Marquinhos wasn't there. I think Kimpembe is not back, so he still had the band. But I still don't think he should have it anyway after all he's done. But PSG, 2-0 winners over Dortmund. Bayern won Manchester United.
Oh, yeah.
Real Madrid won. Milan Newcastle played goalless draw. So it was good to have the UCL back. But I think for me the highlight had to be the Lazio Atletico Madrid game.
Yeah.
So Atletico were winning 1-0. And Comedy Hour, Comedy Man, in the 94th minute, literally the 94th minute, Lazio's goalkeeper comes forward for a set piece. I think it was a corner kick.
Yeah.
Provedel,
What's his number?
94.
Okay.
Actually. So that's the funny thing. So his short number is 94. He scores in the 94th minute, the equalizer. And he was born in 1994.
You can't make that stuff up, man.
Nah. So it was 94th minute, 94th shirt number, the year 94. So 94, 94, 94. What a yeah, you can't.
That's incredible. And that was a pretty good header. That was like a world-class header.
That was a good goal. It was a really good goal. The funny thing was when the goal went in, the pitch just went crazy. It felt like they had won a final or something.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful to see. So I think it's good to have the UCL back.
It's not every day your keeper scores like that, so it's worth celebrating.
No,
and he was not marked. He just ran in and went for it.
Yeah, I think blindside runs for like 2 of the defenders, but you can't take it away from him. Beautiful goal. Allow him to enjoy his moment.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Champions League overall good. I was happy to see Arsenal get their win.
Oh yeah, I
against
to say
PSV.
That. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Arsenal didn't win.
No,
yeah. And you have a good strip on though. That's a cool strip.
Thank you. Shout out the wife though. She's the one who saw me wear one of the ones that I got, which I got from all my friends from work, which shout out to them as well.
Yeah.
But my wife was like, "You need more shirts." So now I have all 3 shirts from last season.
Woo!
And so
cool.
#blessed. Feel good. Feel good.
I wasn't expecting that, but that was good. #blessed. Cool. But so you guys won, yeah, PSV?
We won. I mean, it was a good game. Good to get a Champions League win. First game back after, I think, 6 years. It was 6 years away, which is quite crazy because I don't think pretty much anybody who was in the last squad that played in the Champions League is in the team anymore.
Oh, wow.
So that maybe other than El Neni, there's nobody.
And then
there's nobody. So that's crazy. That's really the squad's gone through quite an overhaul.
But are there people in the squad who have UCL experience? Maybe Jesus with City.
Jorginho.
Oh, with Chelsea, yeah. Zinchenko
also
with City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's all right. Oh,
Me,
Kai.
Kai
Kai
Havertz.
was
Oh,
he scored the
he
UCF.
definitely has
Yeah, he
sense.
definitely scored the final in the
And
final. Sorry,
that's right.
to give Chelsea their second
That's
trophy
right. I think Saliba. I think he played in the Champions League for maybe a bit.
with Marseille. Which
I
what club
think
was that?
so. Maybe
And
I don't know. I
that's
could
fine.
be wrong about that.
That's all right.
But overall I don't think we have enough
Mm.
Champions League experience.
Mhm.
But it was good to get a win.
Well,
You know?
it was a resounding win,
Yeah.
so that's good for you guys. I think even City got a good win.
Dude, can anybody stop City at the moment?
That is maybe Wolves next week.
Shout out Wolves. We're waiting for you. Do the impossible.
Maybe
Or well.
Wolves. Jazz.
Yeah.
We do know Jazz. So maybe Jazz and his boys have something up their sleeve.
Let's see. Let's see.
Well, City haven't played Arsenal. They haven't played you guys yet. You guys seem like a good team.
Liverpool.
Oh yeah, Liverpool. Liverpool, yeah. But right now, I think they're having fun.
Yeah.
They are having fun. So it doesn't seem like I don't think they will be scared of anybody, if that makes sense. I don't think they'll be scared of anybody. But let's see. I don't think they are going to go through the whole season with 100% record. I don't think they will.
Okay.
But they're looking really good. They're
Yeah.
looking very good.
I hope somebody can stop them, whether it's us or anybody. Cause
Wait, what exactly is it? Do you don't want them to win the league, or you just want them to lose a game? What do you want?
both. Dude, it's getting tiring. I mean, the thing is, it's not that like they're at a level that nobody can get. I think other teams need to step up. Arsenal gave them a push last season.
Or they gave you a push last season because you guys were top.
They pushed us out of the way last season. That's what really.
You guys
happened.
were top for most of the time.
But I expect us, and I'm seeing Liverpool doing really well. There's some other teams doing really well.
Yeah.
I expect those teams to like give them a run, give them difficult time. So let's see what happens. But at the moment, like you said, man, they're flying.
I don't think they should be scared of anybody. But we're just 6 games into the league season, 1 game into the Champions League. I think there's Carabao Cup this week also. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
let's see how it goes.
Let's talk about maybe the big game.
Of
the weekend, or one of the big games of the weekend.
North London Derby.
The North London Derby.
Arsenal, Tottenham.
Yeah, man.
2-2.
Yeah.
Well, you're the Arsenal guy. What do you think? You are the Arsenal guy, yeah.
I'm still trying to get over my frustration. Okay. I think overall, I mean, that game is always like high energy.
Yeah, it's a lot of passion and all of that.
Yeah. So I mean that was definitely there. It was interesting because there were some new faces compared to last season. This was a slightly different game. I'm not gonna lie, myself and I would take a lot of Arsenal fans with me in that we went into this thinking we were gonna win this. I would say for the most part we were kind of the architects of our own downfall.
Okay.
In a way that like there were moments in the game where we could have easily had goals. Like halftime, we should have been 3-1 up with some of the errors that Tottenham made.
Possibly, yeah.
And we didn't capitalize. And so to me, Tottenham, with the chances that they got where we made errors, they were clinical and we were wasteful. And that's why I'm frustrated. And I'm not frustrated with the draw.
Okay.
I'm happy to take a draw at home and, just kind of call it a day and move on. But I am frustrated with the amount of sort of basically free chances that we had. That there was that one chance from Jesus where he basically took the ball from Madison in the box.
Yeah.
In the box.
And he skied it. It wasn't too far away.
It wasn't too far away.
It wasn't on target.
You do expect him to finish those, especially with his form and how he's doing. He had an incredible goal in the Champions League. Like it was really nice control and then finish.
Oh yeah, I think
so. I guess expectations are just high, But then at the same time, we go 2-1 up, and they give the goal away
Literally
with
minutes,
minutes later.
like less than 3 minutes after the goal or something.
Jorginho trying to do something. I don't even know what it was, but he was trying to do something.
He's a
and
confident player.
It backfired.
And all that, but yeah, some
It
days are like that.
backfired.
Some days.
And the thing is, this is where credit to Tottenham. Like, they came to play. They weren't there to mess about.
Yeah,
And they did try to
yeah,
match Arsenal's pressing and Arsenal's energy.
yeah.
And that was what got them that goal at the end, and our basically, lack of concentration, basically.
At the start of the game, I felt Spurs were allowing you guys have more of the ball, and they were maybe planning to hit you guys on the counter because they have a pacey front three. Kulusevski, Son, and they started with Postecoglou started with Johnson before he got injured in the second half. But as the game continued and it continued to grow, I felt like Spurs were finding their mojo and all of that. But notwithstanding, though, I felt like they made so many mistakes in the first half. Spurs, I mean.
Yeah.
Back passes, losing the ball in possession.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm like, are these guys okay? Or is there... some seasons ago, there was the issue of food poisoning in a hotel.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there was. For
didn't know
the
that.
Spurs team. Some years ago, I think.
Oh, wow.
Maybe why Redknapp was still there. There was an issue once.
Wow.
It was like the final game of the season. They were supposed to be fought to qualify for the Champions League. And then the hotel where they stayed, they had some food, and like half the team complained of food poisoning or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it did happen. So I was like, in the first half, I'm like, did they stay at the same hotel again or something? They're making so many mistakes.
Yeah.
Udogie with the wrong back pass. As you said, Jesus, Robin, Madison. Some of the passes were just off. And I'm like, oh man, maybe Arsenal are just going to kill these guys. Also, I felt like Romero will find it hard to sleep tonight. The week? Let me not say tonight. Let me say this week.
He didn't have a good game yet.
And giving away the penalty.
Yeah.
So you could literally blame him for the 2 goals.
Yeah.
But the own goal is nobody plans to score an own goal.
Right.
The ball just hits him that way.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, and I think the handball, it's clearly not a deliberate. So he's not like stretching out his hand. He's not goalkeeper.
Right.
But it is handball. It's in the box. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So all in all, though, I think you guys just take the point.
Yeah, man. Take the point, move on.
Yeah.
It's early enough in the season.
It is.
And other teams are getting better, obviously. But again, my expectation as an Arsenal fan, with the chances that we had, the easy chances.
Yeah.
Well, again, I know you would say easy or whatever.
It's all right. It's
but
football.
For me, it's like they gotta finish those, man. You don't finish those, like you get punished, and in a way, we kind of did. So,
yeah. I think it's for me. I think good game for Son and Madison.
Yeah.
2 goals Son, 2 assists Madison.
Yeah.
So good for them. Do you feel Eddie was lucky in his tackle on the goalkeeper?
Yeah, he was a lucky boy.
Because
that was
he went studs showing, so he didn't catch the goalie with his studs, but his studs were showing.
Yeah.
So if he was given a red card, would you have complained?
No, just been more frustrated.
Yeah. Lucky boy.
He was a lucky boy. Thankfully, he didn't get a red card.
That's all right.
But overall, good game, good football game. Gets the heart.
Cool, no?
Heart pumping.
True. So I saw the David Raya save from, I think, Johnson, where he came back and clawed the ball back.
Oh, that was a good save.
Is that justification for him starting over Ramsdale?
Oh man, that's the debate everywhere at the moment.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm qualified enough to comment on all the intricacies of that.
Okay.
I would say that it seems like with the pattern of games that we've seen, Reyes starting to be maybe the first choice keeper, but I don't know. It could be next game
Yeah.
Ramsdale gets to start because it's Bournemouth and Raya gets rested. But then,
Well,
I
if you say rested,
yeah.
that doesn't mean Ramsdale has taken the shit. The word rested just means take a time off, let this guy play for a while.
So I think so. This is
Wait, so
interesting.
so who started in the PSV game?
It was Raya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So is the plan Raya plays in the Premier League and the Champions League, and then Ramsdale plays FA Cup and Carabao Cup?
So here's the interesting thing. There's different people who have different takes on it. Some people think Rez taken it.
Okay.
Basically, they think he's taken the number one shirt. He's the first choice keeper.
Okay.
Some people think Arteta's trying to kind of create
Competition.
competition,
Okay.
and so it's not gonna be like he's gonna start one keeper of the other throughout the season. He's gonna mix it up, which honestly I think would be totally welcome.
The competition
The
stuff.
competition,
Okay.
um, and like I want to also give a shout out to Ramsdale because at that save he was like
Oh yeah, he applauded
he
his
was
colleague.
applauding, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good attitude to have.
That's a good attitude. Like you don't want players, in the team going like, oh, why am I not playing? Like at the end of the day, they're all a team,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
hopefully.
And so that should be the mentality of them
Mm-hmm.
supporting one another,
Mm-hmm.
celebrating those moments with one
Mm-hmm.
another, and also then being frustrated and, in the words of Mikhail, suffering
Together.
together,
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so it was nice to see, like keeper applauding another
Oh
keeper
yeah,
on the
yeah,
same team.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah, yeah. I think I saw somewhere Teta said something about, oh, for this we've picked Raya because of what we want to do in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like on a game to game basis,
Yeah.
depending on what we want to do. And I think I saw his interview where he was saying stuff about he's never. I think earlier in his career he wouldn't have changed the goalie, but right now he's come of age,
Mm.
something like that. So if a game requires that he makes a substitution to take one goalkeeper off and another on,
Yeah.
he's willing to do it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of that. So I think the idea he's trying to give is I'll choose my goalkeeper per match.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
come next match, we'll find out who's going and the match after, depending on what we want to do and all of that. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm not an
Yeah.
Arsenal fan. Whatever works for you guys,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Do
That's
you?
cool.
So I was watching this debate the other day between um Peter Schmeichel
Mm-hmm.
and Jamie Carragher, and Peter
Oh
Schmeichel
man,
was
United and Liverpool. Those guys.
Peter Schmeichel was very adamant that he doesn't like this kind of stuff. Like you
Mm.
want your and
You
from
want to
his
have a
perspective,
starting
you want
goalkeeper.
to have a starting goalkeeper. You want to make sure that he's stable.
Mm.
That was his point of view. And Jamie Carragher, looking at the game, differently and
Mm.
kind of from a modern lens, he
Mm.
felt like there should be this competition. None of the players should feel like I have the shirt, and
True
that
though.
sort of thing.
True.
So you could argue either
Either
way,
way,
to be
yeah,
honest with you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think what I don't want to see though is we get to a point where we lose Ramsdale
Mm-hmm.
or he kind of checks out and doesn't perform well. Um,
Yeah, that's a good point.
that's what I don't want to see, and I don't think we will see that because I think he's really good when it comes to mentality.
Mm.
He's really solid,
Yeah,
and we've
yeah.
seen that quite a few times. He's one of those players who he messes around with the other team fans behind him when
Oh
he's in goal.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he's that
yeah,
kind of a player. So like
yeah,
I don't expect him to be like all like moping about like I'm not playing
yeah.
kind of thing.
You never know. You never know because okay. So first off, the I think the Euros is next year.
Mm,
Um, so it's still early in the season, but I feel like if come January he's not getting as many minutes as he thinks are
yeah.
sufficient for him to get into. I think he will get into the England squad anyway. Southgate has always stuck with Pickford,
Yeah.
but I think I was about to say Rashford, Ramsdale. Ramsdale will get into the squad, but I think he would want to play a little more, get some
Sure.
minutes, keep
Yeah.
his form and fitness up.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I have, well, the whole idea of goalkeepers and stuff. So, like, Andre Onana, for example,
Mm.
it feels like there's no other person competing with him for the starting shirt at United.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So as you say, Schmeichel likes that. Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that. You did.
Yeah.
Uh, but sometimes I think it's good to have. Well, I kind of agree with Jamie, but I feel what Schmeichel is saying in the sense that I think goalkeepers also want some level of assurance and confidence.
Right. Yeah. And
But
that's why I get his point too.
yeah, but okay, look at Onana now in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. He makes that error
Right.
for Sané's goal,
Right.
and so do you think Onana leaves the pitch thinking that if I don't train well this week, I won't start against Burnley on Saturday?
Yeah, no, he doesn't have that. There's nobody. Who do they even have? I don't even know if they have anybody.
I think they have Tom Heaton, if I'm not
I don't
mistaken.
even
That
know
should be
who
their
that is.
second goalkeeper, and they have one other guy. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
But you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
now I'm not saying that once a goalkeeper makes an error, he shouldn't play the next game.
Right. Yeah.
What I mean is, looking at what Arteta has said, we have chosen Raya because of what we want to do in this game.
Yeah.
So next game, we might choose Ramsdale because of what I see in training and what we want to do in that game.
Yeah.
But it feels like, except maybe when the AFCON starts and Onana has to go play for Cameroon, if that happens, then whoever the backup keeper will get time.
True.
So it feels like Onana could make 3 mistakes in a game and he would know that he will still start the next game. So how does he keep himself motivated at training? So,
Yeah.
but those are questions that only professional managers can answer. We are
That's
not.
true.
We are not professional managers.
I will say this when it comes to Ramsdale and Raya, David Raya, they're both a bit similar keepers. They're both able to, distribute well.
Okay.
They're able to make saves. They're good. They're good with the ball at their feet, like both of them. I think Raya maybe has a slight edge over Ramsdale, or maybe more of an edge. I don't know. But in terms of like saves,
I was thinking you were going to say because he speaks Spanish. I was thinking you were going to say, he speaks Spanish and Ateta is Spanish.
Could be. You never know. Maybe they have more understanding. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think he has a good relationship with Ramsdale as well. At least that's what it seems like. And so to me, what it seems like is they have similar goalkeepers that they can now change in and out based on the game and how they want to go. So I honestly, with knowing some of the stats that I do know, it feels like it was the right call today to start David Raya. And I can see maybe next game Ramsdale coming in goal instead of Raya. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Well, good thing for us now to have 2 goalies of that
True.
quality.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, to have Raya and Ramsdale in the same team, I think it's a good stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's really good stuff. So shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah,
shout out to you guys. Not many teams can boast of stuff like that.
That's true. Yeah, and so it was. I know it was kind of a shock that we ended up getting him in.
I think he had made it clear that he wanted to leave Brentford. So good for him.
Yeah. So if he's, I think it's a loan. So when that ends and whatever those criteria,
is there an option to buy?
I think there's an option to buy. So
that's all right.
I'm sure that'll get triggered
that's
and
all right.
it'll happen. Anyway, but yeah, I think Arsenal. Let's see how they go about the rest of the season, especially with Champions League and everything. Cool. But other end of the league.
Oh, okay.
We have Burnley at 20th.
Oh yeah, so they played Manchester United this weekend.
Yeah, I didn't see that game. You did?
I did. Yeah, I saw the game. So they played Manchester at the Turf. They started well.
Yeah.
By that I mean the first half was a good half. They had more shots, more possession. At some point, they were actually playing like a team that had been in the Premier League for a while.
Yeah.
So playing really well, moving the ball really nicely. I think they had an opportunity that hit the upright.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But towards the end of the first half, just a moment of quality. Long ball from Johnny Evans at the back.
Yeah.
Johnny Evans.
Running it back.
Yeah, Johnny Evans. Like the last time that guy played for United, it was like I think West Brown and those guys were still in Manchester United. That's to tell you how long ago that was. And I think he started because Lisandro Martinez was injured.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about Maguire, but
I
hey,
don't think
bro,
anybody
don't laugh,
knows.
man. Don't
I
laugh.
don't think anybody knows about Maguire. Bro, you assisted me there. I
was not expecting that to happen. I was just being honest. No, seriously, I was being honest. Because I was thinking, I think his preferred partnership is Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane.
That makes sense, yeah.
Varane has been injured. Actually, Varane came on in that game. So he's back. He came on in the second half. Amrabat also came on in that game.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, towards the last 5-10 minutes. Amrabat also came on. So Amrabat is back. So Lisandro is injured. Varane is maybe not fit to start. And then he starts Lindelof and Johnny Evans. So by default, I'm just thinking, so when I see the lineup, I'm thinking, okay, Lisandro is injured, Varane can start. Did he pick Evans over Maguire, or is Maguire also injured? So that was just the question. I'm not saying I know the answer to that.
Okay.
I didn't try to Google or check anything to find out if Maguire is injured. Okay. So I was literally just being honest. I wasn't giving you an assist there. That's you couldn't just resist the opportunity to laugh. That was you. That was not me. That's not me. That's you. Right? So Johnny Evans starts. I think he's like 38 now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
I might be wrong.
Still going
strong.
strong.
Thiago Silva is 38 also. Cool. But Thiago Silva is class. So Johnny Evans, long ball from the back. Bruno Fernandes, volley, straight. He just volleys it straight into the corner.
Good finish.
And that was like just before halftime.
Yeah.
So Burnley going, losing. But they come out, they try, but it ends 1-0.
Yeah.
So it was, I can't say United really deserve to win. I can't say they deserve to lose. I think, well, I can't say so much, but maybe a draw would have been a more justifiable result. But you can't blame them for having a player of that quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he ends what he ends for reasons like that. It was a good goal, a really good goal. So they needed that because they had lost their last 3 games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they lost to Arsenal. They lost. They lost to Arsenal.
Yep.
Then they lost to Brighton. Then they lost to Bayern Munich. And that 3. Oh, they also lost to Spurs. Oh. But I don't think that was consecutive because after losing to Spurs, then they won Forest.
Okay.
At Old Trafford.
Yeah.
But they had lost their last 3 games, so I feel like they really needed that win. Good stuff for them.
Yeah.
So lucky? No, not lucky.
Fortunate. They're lucky. You could say that they're fortunate.
I don't know if lucky is the word.
Okay.
They scored a good goal, so it's all right. It's all right.
1-0.
Yeah,
but Burnley, man, they're struggling.
Oh yes, they are
championship winners.
1 point from. Okay, but the good thing is they still have a game in hand, though.
Okay.
They were supposed to play away at Luton, but then I think Luton still had some stuff with their stadium.
Okay.
So that game is somewhere. I think it's going to be fixed somewhere.
Okay.
But 1 point from 5 games. I think they already know they will be in a relegation battle.
Yeah.
I think they already know that, or they should know that. If they don't, they should know that. It's just the way the Premier League welcomes you.
That's true.
Yeah, it's the way the Premier League welcomes you.
That's true.
They won the championship last season, had so much fun with that. So now they're here, and the Premier League is biting everybody. So
that's true.
What can we say? But hopefully, the Burnley fan can tell us more.
Who's joining us?
A friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, actually. He's my friend, he's my brother. His name is Craig, but he's here and he can introduce himself. Hi, Craig.
Yeah, how you doing? You okay? Yeah, I'll introduce myself. I'm Craig and I'm a sucker for paint. I'm a Burnley fan.
You're welcome to the show, Craig. It's good to have you, bro. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a Christian and a Burnley fan, I know I feel pain all the time. I don't know how I'm carrying the weight of the league on my shoulders, but us propping up that league at the bottom of the table there, it's painful.
Craig, give us a little bit of your history with Burnley. Like, How did you become a fan?
Yeah, I started being a Burnley fan at a time when Burnley were about to get relegated out of the league completely. And at that same season, our local rival, Blackburn, they won the Premier League at the same time. So it was painful right from the start. But as we've got better over the years, you know, obviously there's a big gap now between us and Blackburn, which is nice to see.
Well, I'm not a Blackburn fan, but I can feel that. It is nice to see. So right now, how are you feeling? 5-6 games into the season?
Yeah.
And you guys have 1 point. You just lost to Manchester United at the Turf. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I was apprehensive at the start of the season. We've bought a lot of players, and putting them together is always going to be difficult and a tough job. So I was waiting until after the international break before we really hit the ground running. And we're playing better. We're getting into the groove of things, but we're still a long way away. We're not too sure of our best team. And we've got these players who have not really played together, a few injuries. Once they get back together and get a run going, we should be okay. And I see us winning a few games in the near future.
Okay, good. That's because that was kind of going to be my follow-up question is like, but between when the season started and you guys got promoted, you won the championship, to like right now, how are you guys feeling as a fan? How are you feeling?
With VK coming in, he was able to win games because he's used to playing for Manchester City and winning games and knowing how to win games. But when you're at the bottom of the league, it's a different competition. And that's where Sean Dyche came in. He was really, really good at surviving, really getting the grinding out the results. So we did a mixture of both of them together at the moment because going out all attack like we did in some of the previous games is not going to work. So we've got to get that defensive solidity in there as well.
Okay. So you guys, I think you guys signed 15 players. 15 new players or thereabouts, and you kept a few of them. But do you feel like you have hopes for Burnley after this promotion now? So what are your hopes for the season?
Yeah, there's a lot of investment in the club, but a lot of really positivity around Burnley. And with that American investment, it feels a bit more like Ted Lasso than it does with an authentic Burnley football team. We've come from Sean Dyche pumping up front. And now with these American heroes, we're really happy with the style of football that's being played. But obviously, we need to win. We need to win very quickly.
Well, no issues with Ted Lasso. I did watch Ted Lasso. Yeah. So okay with Ted Lasso. That was quick, not
me. Hey, but speaking of the owners, so you have, I think, JJ Watt, who's a football player, American football player, and I think Dude Perfect. Just before this season, they became minority shareholders, I think. I'm not sure if I'm getting that right. But how do you guys feel about the ownership?
Yeah, it's really nice to get some popularity. I mean, Burnley as a town is, 80,000, maybe 100,000 people within it. So to get that popularity around the world, great. So it's really good for the club. But it's also important for us to not get ahead of ourselves with investments. It's Blackburn back in those days who put too much in and then found themselves in the first division. We don't want that. We need the consistency. We need to make sure that we're investing in the right players for a long term. And what's been really nice to Burnley is the fact that we bought young players. We've got the youngest league the youngest team in the Premier League at the moment. So the average is really low. And it's really important that we build over a few years. But survival this year is essential. We've got to get these wins.
Yeah, you do. You don't sign as many players as you have and get relegated again. That would be sad. Yeah. I think Forest did the same thing last year. Now they didn't get relegated. So but they signed a lot of players. Yeah, they were close, but they actually defeated you guys.
We're not talking about that.
So I think Forest signed 15 or more players last season. Steve Cooper came in and it felt like a totally new squad. Well, before I go to my next question, just quickly, do you feel like championship clubs, when they get promoted to the Premier League, they don't feel like the same players who got them promoted can keep them in the Premier League?
For us it might have done, but we had a lot of loan players. But for everybody else, the gap is very big. For Forest this year, one of the major things is Hudson-Odoi was a great goal the other day, but what a great player, an international player who's going to keep them and get them some goal, keep them up there and get them some goals in difficult situations. Most teams down there need somebody who can score goals prolifically, and if they do, they get to survive. And that's the difference. Them slight minority differences, the sort of slight things that can make a difference.
Yeah,
that's going to get teams to survive. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not easy.
I hope you guys survive. So another question is, what do you think about Vincent Company or Vincent Company? I don't know how it's pronounced. I don't want to assume it's an English name.
Well, he called him VK.
Well, okay, let's do VK. Let's do VK. Well, so VK has come in, won the championship. I think he lost only 3 games in the league last season. And right now, I think he's lost 7 since he took over Burnley.
Wow,
7 league games.
Yeah.
And 4 of those games have been in the Premier League. So what do you think about VK? What's your perception of him? Is he a good manager? Do you think he will survive? Will he get a sack? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I hope, like a lot of the Burnley managers have been given time, like Sean Dyche has had a long period of time to establish a team. I hope Vincent Kompany could have the same. He's a young manager and he's not very experienced in the Premier League. So we need to give him time, even if they go up and down a little bit. But these things here, he's buying players from around the world at a low amount. And he's just asking one of them, to put that extra bit of special spark into there. And he can triple and quadruple in value. There's Teller, who's just been sold, the German club there, that's near 30 million from last year's triumphant championship performances. So we're in a situation where he can make the club money, but it's going to need a lot of time and just bringing them together in some capacity. The players who we've got coming back now, the Mo Benson, Zarora is coming back. These players who really do well in the championship can make a big difference. And we've now got some players in defence who can build up a bit of stability. So, we've got some strength in depth now, and we're positive going forward into this next half of the season. And get 1 or 2 wins in there. We've not played one of the bottom 6 yet. So I think as soon as we start playing some of these teams as well, we're seeing where we are. We can start kickstart our season.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Well, with the game against United, there were a few really good chances. They had a couple of, I think, that hit the crossbar.
Yeah, I actually saw the game.
Or the post.
I saw the game against United. I think the first half was really good. I think you guys played really well in the first half. Amdouni and Koleosho, those guys are really good guys. But I just felt like United, at the end of it, it was just one moment of genius or quality.
They had that,
I use the word quality. Just one moment of quality from Bruno. And that sealed the game. So I don't think you guys have played, at least in that game, the first half that I saw, I don't think you guys played badly. But before my next question, another quick one. Do you think what you guys need is to concede less goals or to score more goals? Because when you think of people like Big Sam and the guy you've mentioned, Sean Dyche, many of these teams are built on solid defense.
Sure.
So Big Sam will say stuff like, if they don't score, we don't lose. So, and VK seems like someone who's played under Pep. Pep is not a defensive manager. So do you think VK should emphasize or spend more time in trying to lock up his defense or just try to go all attack? What do you think?
Yeah, we've got some great attackers. So when going 1-0 up against Spurs, I thought we may have played a little bit more defensively, a bit more conservatively, but we ended up getting caught on the break with 2 in defence, 2 on 2. And that was within 15 minutes of the game. So we've got to try and remove that naivety and build on it. As I'm talking and analysing the game, it reminds me of the time when my wife says, "Why are you talking about Burnley? Because, you hate them all the time. All you're doing is talking bad about them, And I'm trying not to be too critical here. They're a fantastic team and play some great football, but we've got to really look at strengthening our defence, our centre midfield in terms of holding the ball a bit better and making sure there's no one counter-attacking on us the way Spurs did. They were able to break through us very easily. So we've got a lot to learn. We're very naive, but I still love Burnley. It's okay.
Okay, so I will ask you my question now. How do you feel looking at Sean Dyche at Everton? Now, even in this discussion we've had, you've mentioned Sean Dyche like twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're still emotionally attached to that time. So now, watching the Premier League, seeing him at Everton, they won their game over the weekend against Brentford. I saw that game.
Yeah.
They actually won away at Brentford. And Brentford is not an easy place to go.
Yeah. And
that was their first win of the season. So now Everton are above you guys on the table. How do you feel? Or what are you thinking? Sean Dyche, Everton.
From our experience with Sean Dyche, we've always got faith in him. He did amazing things over 10 years, and his fundamentals and foundations to our club allowed VK to do what he did last year without that defensive structure, without the work ethic, without the things within in the training ground that was already there, established, then VK could never have done the things that he was doing last year. From now on, it's a different kettle of fish. And I still remember the time when Sean Dyche was sacked, because it was like losing a member of the family. You know, it was so close to the heart.
Is he really that loved by the Burnley community?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a pub named after him, the Royal Dyche.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You know,
hey, that's
10
levels, man.
Man, Sean Dyche, shout out to Sean Dyche, bro.
Yeah. He got us into Europe. A team, in the Championship.
Yeah.
Doing that, got into Europe. We played against Olympiacos and these type of teams. So we had a really good run with him and some great times. So to see him go was a really difficult time, and it took me and my dad. My dad's a Burnley fan as well.
Okay.
But it took us a week of talking about this and thinking out such a bad decision.
Oh.
And you know, whether it changed with BK and doing as well as he did, or whether it been Sean Dyche, I think Burnley fans have been very happy either way. But you know, it has changed. It's, you know, we see it positive, but still, when we see the Everton results, we still think there's a little bit of there's still a little bit of Sean Dyche is our manager, and seeing him do the same things there, you know, with Dwight McNeil and Tarkowski supplying some of the goals.
Those are Burnley guys also.
Yeah.
He's gone to the team there, and he's got the work ethic playing there. So, you know, we need to get some of those things back into our team. But at the same time, there's no doubt that VK's got that. We know we're all behind him.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
That's awesome, man. That's good. I mean, it's good that they have that faith in company.
It's good to have that faith in VK, but it's also good to see that Sean Dyche is loved by Burnley.
Yeah, I don't think fans were really sad to see him go.
I actually didn't know that there was a pub named after him.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Whenever I come visit, you need to take me there.
I'm looking forward to Everton and Sean Dyche coming to Burnley. You're going to get some reception. Do you know? It's really nice.
We need to see that game. We need to see that game.
We had an old manager. Owen Coyle.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
He left Burnley to go to Bolton at the time, and then we got relegated, and then Bolton got relegated the season afterwards, and that was a real low moment because he was such a good manager, and he was really doing a lot of good things for Burnley, and to leave so quickly like that, the crowd really turned on him. And the fans turned on him, but not for Sean Dyche. You know, he was there to the end, and he would have fought for us, and he would have kept us sort of fighting. So it'll always be a place in our heart for Sean Dyche, and going forward, he's done a lot of things for us.
Shout out to Sean Dyche.
Yeah, man. He seems like a classy guy.
Yeah. Well, I think he has one of the most unique voices in the business.
He does. That's true.
wherever you hear that voice, you know it's Sean Dyche.
That's true.
Hey,
I wanted to know, so you mentioned your dad as well. Like, for you growing up, like, what was it like being a football fan? And, like, it seems like Burnley was passed down to you compared to us who kind of picked our teams. Yeah. But, like, for you, culturally, is football, like, a totally different kind of experience?
It's a hard thing to try and sort of this is a confession. I used to be a Manchester United fan when I was very young. To come on the show the day after, the day after Manchester United beat us 1-0, it's painful. But you know, I was very young supporting Manchester United, and then seeing the passion of Burnley in the lower leagues, and seeing that you had that spirit, and you were trying to live for the moments or the one-off wins or the cup matches at them times, and that sort of the family spirit of people supporting the club, win, lose or draw, was really nice to see. And I often talk to my wife about that as well. I say, I want you to love me like I love Burnley. Whatever win, lose or draw, why do you support me? And she says, do not bring Burnley into our relationship.
We need to get this guy on again.
I'll have to try that when I get home.
Oh man, maybe that's our real.
That's good.
I think my wife would be a Manchester City fan if she could. She loves the win.
Well, she does. She should. Well,
man, that's funny. Oh, that's amazing, man.
That is beautiful.
That's amazing.
That is really beautiful.
After being a Man United fan and a glory support, and I'm supporting Burnley now, so it's in my heart, it's in the blood. So, I'll always be one. And to try and convince my own children to be Burnley fans, but, they'll say something like, oh, we won. So when I look at the score and we're losing, I'm thinking, who's we? And I've got one daughter who's a Manchester City fan, and the other one who's, who really likes Manchester United. So I don't know how that's working.
You have the two sides of Manchester in your house, bro.
I know.
Good luck.
I know.
Good luck to you, man. Good luck to you.
Man.
You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was just is there anything else you wanted to say? What's your hope for the season? Where do you think you'll finish? Is there anything?
I'm glad you're asking and everything. I'm glad you had us on because it's proof that there is one Burnley fan in Dubai. I am here.
That's right.
I'm on Zoom.
Stay strong.
I'm on Zoom, but I am in Dubai. Still in Dubai here. It's okay. Yeah. And when you invited me on, I wanted to prove there was actually two Burnley fans there because I tried to get a friend on as well and show there was actually two in Dubai. But Joe, he couldn't make it this time, and maybe maybe next time I'll get him on as well to show that we can be united. So thank you for bringing us on, and it feels like you brought one on just to prove there is one. So well done, guys. You've done.
We're saying this just before you came on. You are actually our very first guest.
That's
on the
right.
Podcast.
That's right.
You are very first. So you're the pace setter. So anytime we have guests, we always remember our very first, Uncle Reese.
That's right.
No,
thank you. It's always a pleasure to be on.
Yeah. So for you, what do you want? What are you guys thinking? Do you just you just don't want to get relegated, or are you hoping for like mid-table finish? What are you guys looking out for?
Yeah, as long as we survive this time, it's been a tough start to the season. I think we've got the bottom six down there already. They're already the ones to fight against. So just got to survive somehow, and that's what our hopes are. As much as I think that the following season with experience will kick on, but at the moment we just need a few wins together, beat Arsenal, and then we're all happy.
I like that. Thank you for saying Thank you for saying that. Beat Arsenal, bro. Well, I hope you guys do. If you guys do, I'll actually celebrate that. I'll celebrate that.
We'll talk, Craig. We'll talk.
No, we find it hard to beat Arsenal.
Hey, if it keeps you guys up, it's fine.
Okay, you see, he's willing to sacrifice 3 points for you guys. It's really brilliant, good, man. Oh man,
it's been a pleasure, guys. It really is. It's really good to speak to you.
Oh, it's so good to have you, man. Likewise, so good to have you, man. Thank you for coming.
Great stuff. Nice one, guys.
Anyway. Yeah.
See you later.
Maybe next time we'll have you in person once we figure out stuff.
Yeah, we need to change the setting here so we can have guests in the studio.
I'll bring my dad as well.
Oh, yes. Good. Okay, tell me, when next is in Dubai, let's have you again. Let's have you.
For real, that would be amazing.
That would be really good.
That would be amazing.
2 generations of Burnley fans.
Yes, that would be amazing.
That would be beautiful. Thank you so much, Craig.
Legend. Nice guy.
Just a little bit about the podcast. You listen to the podcast and you enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. I listen to it. It's fantastic, nice, easy going and relaxed. So hopefully you can keep spreading the love.
Yeah,
nice one, guys.
Man. Sure, man. Thank you also for the love, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best, man. Cheers, bro.
Cheers,
bye.
Man, that was a really fun conversation with Craig.
That was way better than I expected it to be.
Why would you say that? No, it's great.
No, I mean, he made really good jokes.
Yeah.
Really good jokes. And he said stuff I didn't know. I didn't even know about the Royal Dutch.
Bro, football fans have some of the best jokes.
I tell you, man.
Football fans are some of the funniest people I know. I mean, I know you. So you're one of the funniest people I know, truly. So I don't know if you would say the same about me, but
I think as a football fan, you need to learn how to take banter also.
Of course, man. Especially if you're in a position like where Burnley is, you have to laugh a little bit.
Well, you have to. Or Chelsea. Or Chelsea. Or Chelsea, you just have to laugh. If not, man, you just die on the inside, bro. You just die on the inside.
Well, on that note, it was that, but that was really fun, and our goal actually is to bring on more fans, folks that we know who are fans of different football clubs.
Yeah. It is for fans by fans.
That's right. We want fans to have a voice on the show as well. And so you'll probably see a bunch of different people feature every now and then,
Mm.
different fans, not just like fans of the top 4 of the top 6, but they could be probably from, any part of the Premier League or maybe even any other club.
Yeah,
We
sure.
might go to other leagues as well and
Sure.
find fans there. But yeah, so yeah, you want to watch this space for those kind of conversations, and we hope you enjoyed our conversation with Craig. And just this episode. Like and subscribe, as we say. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Let us know what you thought of the weekend. If there's any big moment that we missed, that you caught, or if you have a hot take about Ryan Ramsdale or anything else that's going on, or if you're a Burnley fan and you have something to say about Burnley as well and what's going on, let us know.
Sure.
We love hearing from you guys. We love seeing the comments and all your different interactions with us. So thank you guys. Thanks for the love.
Quick one.
Yes.
Spurs, Liverpool. That is next weekend. And you guys have just played 2-2 with Spurs this weekend. So what do you think? Are they gonna win Liverpool?
I want Liverpool to destroy them. Man. I want Liverpool to just
proper Arsenal guy. You're just a proper
go for
Arsenal
it.
guy.
That's the one thing they teach you, man. Which is sad, but it is the one thing they teach you.
Spurs have to lose.
You have to hate Spurs.
It's all right.
It's that's banter.
It's just banter.
Don't hate Spurs,
banter.
please. We don't want to promote hate.
It's literally just banter.
It's really
nothing
banter.
More, nothing less.
But yeah, I do see Liverpool winning, but let's see. It's football. Anything can happen.
Maybe there'll be another Richarlison 3-3,
4-3. Let's go. Hey, we love exciting games, so let's see. It'll be one to watch. But anyway, that's it from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It is.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Take care.